Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and or others. Rabbit here. Yeah, I was about to get onto myself for saying Mad Hatter, but I didn't fucking say it. Haha. And we are back with the Yomi and Snuggly the Crow. Oh, good God. Hit. Mousewheel, please. There we go. Now let's take a look at this. Oh, good Lord. Medium map, I said. And we have a lot more thrones this time. So let's take a look at who we have. This is Shiro, the bandit leader. He has a pillager of 3. Unit is very effective at pillaging. And he's stealthy. That's not bad, actually. Bandits and other unscrupulous individuals sometimes side with the Oni or Bakemono kings out of greed or fear. They use armor taken from their victims as their masters rarely have the patience to craft good armor for them. In addition, we have Tadashi, which is also a bandit leader. Are they both bandit leaders? Let's just take a look at the recruit units. Oh, also, we have Snuggly. Haha, Snuggly the Crow. This is the Pretender God. He can fly. He's stealthy. He's mountain survival. He's just a whole bunch of shit, really. He's fortune teller. Corpse eater. Yeah, he's just got a whole bunch of shit, really. I believe... Let's take a look. God's Tomb Mountains and High Peaks. Now, let's see. Recruit units. The first commander available is the Bakemono Chief. The Bakemono are the basic bitch units. These are effectively goblins. Bakemono are ghostly goblins of their mountain realms of Yomi and Shunuyama. The smallest of them are Bakemono Sho, ugly, warty, and brutal. They were slaves under the Oni of Yomi, and their position did not change much, with the coming of the Bakemono kings. They are still at the bottom of their tribal society. They use crude weapons and armor. After the disappearance of the Oni, the Bakemono have adopted human weaponcraft, and Bakemono of Shinuyama use better armaments. So, dark vision of 50, forest survival, mountain survival, and stealthy. They have a leadership of 40. That's not bad, actually. They actually have decent stats. I mean, they're minorly better than a human in almost every sensible possible way. And then Bandit Leader. We've already seen this one. Compared to a Bakemono, actually, in a way, the Bakemono would probably be preferable to these guys. Just because if you take a look, they have good protection. They have okay protection, rather. Okay defensive skill. Jingasa is, I believe it's that little straw hat. Ashigaru, armor, 12 protection. That's not bad, actually. But they're pillagers, which is kind of the awesome part. Now, then we get to the Demon General, and the Demon General is going to be our main commander because A, it has level 1 Death Mage, so it can summon undead, it can summon and control undead, most importantly. Undead/demons of 7D. Normal units of 120. Squad morale bonus of +2 for up to 4 squads. That's really good, actually. A Demon General is a human general who serves the Oni Kings by coercion or free will. Oni are powerful but not very bright, so human technicians are needed if the Oni Kings are to conquer the world. Demon Generals are given dark powers to command demons and the dead because they are invaluable. They are given armor that the Oni themselves rarely use. In addition, there's a Sorcerer. He's actually not bad, but he has old age, which is the unfortunate bit. He's a bit better at magic, and if he got Air Mage, it'd be really good. That being said, he's not a very good researcher. And these Demon Priests are pretty much our only priests. They have a 10% chance to also have a little bit of magic, which is kinda nice. I don't really care for it. And this is the Oni General. Not very good at normal leadership, but he's pretty decent at undead leadership. Squad morale of -1 for up to 1 squad. He can only keep 1 squad. He's a glutton, so he eats a lot. Chaos recruitment. The unit is easier to recruit in provinces with turmoil. Upon recruitment, this amount of gold will be returned per level of turmoil in the province. That's really not bad. He is sacred, but he is not a priest. Therefore, he cannot bless himself. He need not eat. He need not eat, but he eats 3 anyway. He's a pillager of 3. He's a demon. Demons can be banished by priests, but they are not affected by spells that target undead, such as Wither Bones. All demons have perfect dark vision. That's not bad. He's an inept researcher of 4, so he researches less. He has a 2 death magic, and he's more likely to be able to get air magic. So the question then becomes, he is not slow to recruit. He has a no dachi, which is giant fucking sword. Throw flames. He's a demon. He can throw fire. It's fine. Heavy samurai armor. So he has. This guy is actually not bad as far as has Wendy 6 at his side at the start of each battle. That's not bad either. We have Hanya. These girls aren't bad. She's actually really not bad. Hanya is a witch who has made a pact with an Oni king. In return for her servitude, she is granted magical power. A fiery aura and a serpent tail are also given to her to remind her of who her true masters are. Cold-blooded, kinda sucks. Would have been best if we would have gone with heat. Demon. And she has a bunch of survivals. She has a supply bonus. Has heat of 5. The creature radiates heat. The heat is more intense in hot lands and weaker in cold ones. The heat effect is usually decreased during raid and nullified underwater. But some creatures have heat that works regardless of any water. She's also really heavily fire resistant. So Hanyas are probably actually going to be our main caster type. Just simply because, look at this magic lineup. That's really not bad. Plus you can use them to summon things. Magic beings of 15, undead / demons of 60, normal units of 20. Morale's pretty poor. But as a mage, she is wonderful. Then we have the Dione. The giant fucking stat line. Look at all of this shit. Look at it! You also get turmoil, chaos recruitment, chaos power. The unit is more powerful in provinces with high turmoil and less powerful in provinces with order. Unrest in the province will also count towards turmoil. Every 15 points of unrest counts as 1 more turmoil. Pillager. Now pillaging gives you more money in return for basically pillaging the countryside. These guys are not very good leaders. Good lord. They're also all really good at magic. However, I'm going to be starting off with a demon general. He's not exactly the best one to recruit, but he's not the worst either. Bakemono Sho. Undisciplined, forest survival, mountain survival, and stealthy. These Bakemono are not bad to use in conjunction with the bandits. We also have the bandits themselves. They require more resources than the Bakemono, but they're also disciplined, so they're not as bad. And you have a Ko-Oni, which is really small. Ko-Oni are small, mischievous demons from the wild mountains of Yomi. They are ugly and wild, with staring eyes, unkempt hair, and pot bellies. They have clawed feet, fangs, and porcine faces. Most Oni dress in tiger skins and wield clubs. Oni are demons and don't need to eat. However, they have tremendous appetites and like to eat, and their human servants are often left starving if food is scarce. Oni are almost immortal. If their body is slain, their spirit will survive. If the spirit is not slain or banished as well, it will reform a new body over time. That's probably the best part about having Oni. And Gluttony is basically, it consumes the 1 of being a unit as well as the number of gluttonies. As well as the level of gluttony, rather. You have the Ao-Oni. Ao-Oni are short, green-skinned demons from the snow-covered mountains of Yomi. They have an unnatural cold, apparently, which is strange. They also have great clubs. Like, these guys do a lot of damage. Their issue is that they die very quickly and they're undisciplined. Aka-Oni. These guys are basically the fire version of the Ao-Oni. Or Ao-Oni, whatever. Then you have the normal Oni. Yeah. These guys hit decently hard. Nodachi, javelins, yeah, they hit really hard. And then you have the Kuro Oni, basically Black Oni. They hit the very hearts. Just look at this shit. Although I don't think any of them are sacred. so you can't actually use blessing to very much. You can't really bless very well with these guys. And honestly, the units are kind of bad, but you mostly use undead and summons with this sort of nation. So the units aren't really what you want. What you want are the I actually really like these guys just because they have that second attack. I mean, it's a stun damage attack, but it's pretty nice. But these guys also have throw flames, so we'll just do those. I mean, yeah, they chew through resources, but they're fucking ogres. Just Shrek, that is all. Let's see, old giant woods. We also have a lot of thrones on this map, so it should last much longer than previously, which I'm sure some people will enjoy. I would like you to move there, and you are going to become the prophet. And as for Snuggly, we are going to have her research, and we are going to army setup. What do you have? Sure, the bandit leader is going to stay behind troops for now. And you are going to have these guys attack. Well, hold and attack closest enemies, actually. They're going to be up around about here. And they're going to be in a line formation. They're probably going to be scooched back a little bit. These guys are archers, so they're going to hold and attack the closest enemy. They're fine where they are. And he will be slightly behind them. As for Snuggly the Crow, cast a specific spell. We're not really going to be using Snuggly here for a little bit. We do kind of need to get research up and running. Let's take a look at our magic sites. Mountain of the Oni Kings produces 3 death gems per turn, which is really good. Enables recruitment of the Dioni. Produces 1 fire gem, 1 earth gem, and 1 air gem per turn, which is really good. Like that's actually really good. Now for research. Conjuration. Ooh, this is how we get to the. Ooh, that's really good. That's really good. Because this is how we get the specialized units, which are what we're probably going to be using for the most part. Shikomi are hags of the underworld that are sent to hunt down anyone who tries to escape the lands of the dead. They appear as mad, starving hags with claws and pointed teeth. Claws are able to harm and incapacitate ghosts and spirits. Shikomi are never given food by their cruel lords, and they all have an insatiable appetite for the food of the living. They take every opportunity to feast on flesh or fruits, unavailable to them in the halls of the underworld. Shikomi are the personal servants of the lords of the underworld and are revered by the Oni. And there's the ghost general. Yeah, conjuration can get kind of scary. There's also Kappa's. Kappa's a scaled humanoid with a turtle shell on its back. It is a being of water and haunts rivers and wild coasts. The Kappa has a water-filled depression on the top of its head. If this water is spilled, it loses its strength. In battles on dry land, the Kappa will gain fatigue until unconscious. It is also a master of Kopo, the bone-breaking technique. The Kappa is able to mend broken bones if it suffers injury. So it is recuperation. These guys are basically going to allow us to much more easily be able to take water provinces. The Karasu, Tengu, Karasu, I want to say, is how it's said. Karasu Tengu is a sacred being of the wild and winds. It has the appearance of a man with the head, wings, and feet of a crow. It is a mischievous being and often harasses humans who dare pass beneath its nest. Tengu are masters of swordsmanship, and legend tells of heroes who have been trained by Tengu swordsmasters. All Tengu have power over the winds and weather and can fly during storms and unleash lightning upon their enemies. It's really good. They're making very good. Very, very good. Very good arguments. Now, the other thing we can do is enchantment, because this is the main way you're getting undead troops. So, It's thaumaturgy. Let's do enchantment. We'll swap between conjuration and enchantment as we're going along. Alteration would also be a good idea for iron warriors. But that being said, I think that was turn 1. And I don't know when we actually started this. So we'll go through, well, I can check really quick. Just 15 minutes? That was quick. We're not going to end it yet. So let's see. End turn. Proclamation from Yomi. That would be our man's. A freak show and local talents has gained fame and is now known throughout the neighboring provinces as well. People are proud of their misfits and taxes have increased. Order +1. That's kind of bad, unfortunately. Okay, so this man's we need doing research and growth, productivity, turmoil, magic. Okay. How's this looking? 110 enemy units consisting of mainly heavy infantry, militias, and archers. Probably some mages in there. 30 units of mainly barbarians, lion tribe, and heavy infantry, archers, and militias. You need to be moved over there. And the demon general, I kind of need him to start crafting things. So forge magic item. What can you make? Nothing. Well, you can make a skull talisman. Animate skeleton. Okay. So it's a free animate skeleton. That's not the best. Shiro. Shiro has jack of shit, really. Army setup. You are going to have them and have them. They serve. Why can't I put them? Oh. Oh. I see. The bandits can't actually control the demons. Fair enough. These guys are undisciplined. So we'll set them up there, and I just kind of want them to wrap around for the most part. That being said, you are going to stay there, and you are going to begin a specific spell, Hand of Dust. We'll actually get to him when we have a little bit more research, but for now, we're probably just going to start loading demons onto Kyosuke. Just simply to make barbarians. That's kind of shit. So next, Shiro. What can I have you do? Empowerment, search for magic science, preach the teachings of God. Look at pillage. Pillage the province in order to find food for the army and find as much gold as possible. Not exactly the best thing to do in your capital, but you really do get benefits for it. If I'm correct, the lion tribe should kind of just sort of roll over, and it gives us a way to test our armies in a way. So I actually really want Shiro to cast specific spells. Cast spells. I would like you to cast Sermon of Courage twice, because I think it costs... Oh, it doesn't cost fatigue. Okay. So I would like you to cast... or to cast Divine Blessing. That's Battle Blessing. And then another Sermon of Courage, and then just start casting spells. Okay. We should be able to roll over the Lion Warriors. And I'm going to start scouting this way. I'm not too interested in this way because of the river right here. However, that being said, heading this way is going to be important just because I imagine the... let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're probably going to be there. If I had to hazard a guess, I could have added another person in. Research on enchantment is completed. So what does that give me? That gives me basic reanimation rituals, or the basic reanimation ritual. It gives you 10 long deaths for 5 death gems. It's not the best, but blah blah blah. The king is dead. Long live the king. With this ritual, the necromancer revives a mound king and binds him to his service. The king is intelligent and shares his master's will or motives. That's 3 death gems for a commander. Now, what's a good commander? Trait Revenant. Necromancer summons a human. This creator has some knowledge of death magic. Yeah, fair enough. I would rather like that, however. I kind of also want to start getting Kappas and Tengus, because Tengus are actually really good. Like, they're hard to... You can only really control them with one person, or with one type of unit, rather. It's already summer. So I would like you to also research. And then we're going to start recruiting Hanyas. Now, Hanyas are more expensive, but... I think I forgot to recruit units in the previous thing. So, 5. Okay. Oni, and we're still building up gold, which is probably the best part. I'm going to need a couple Hanyas, and then do I want to get an Oni general is the question. I could do, because I want to start moving him out. He has poor leadership, but he can lead undead. He's also a decent death mage. He's not the best researcher, but he's a decent death mage, and he has access to air magic, but I don't know if the Hanyas also have access to air magic. They do not, unfortunately. I don't know how I'm supposed to get a Kappa. Maybe the sorcerer? No, that doesn't look like it's it. Maybe a Dione? No, that doesn't look like it's it either. Because the Kappas require nature and water. Huh, strange. But, yeah. Because the demon generals make really good undead dudes. Like, they tend to just have a ridiculous amount of undead building up. Okay. I would like him to enchant the bones of a fallen warrior and giving it false life. Versus animate dead. The necromancer animates a lifeless corpse to unholy service. The resulting soulless will fall apart if left on the battlefield without undead leadership. Okay, so I would like him to stay behind troops, because if I tell him to cast spells, he'll run up to try and touch people and disintegrate them. Same for this guy. Stay behind troops. The demon generals are probably our best generals. However, that being said, I would like... I forgot to attack. Because we're mainly having inventories and militias. Fair enough, I would like to get that. We're kind of fortunate in that we started next to 2 thrones, however we're also kind of unfortunate in that we started next to 2 thrones. And these appear to be level 2 thrones, so that's going to be rough. Thrones of Ascension, Throne of Sorcery. Throne must be claimed to gain the following effect. Suspend Thaumaturgy bonus of 20. Well then. For elements, the throne must be claimed to gain the following express dominion evocation bonus. That's not bad. Crystal Throne, express dominion 2, enables recruitment of Crystal Mage. That's not bad either. Throne of Death. I really want this one actually. Silver Throne, brings 100 gold per turn, enables recruitment of Adept of the Silver Order. Throne of Spring, produces 1 air gem per turn, Dominion gets growth +1. We're already maxed out on growth, so it's not the best thing to get that. Throne of Might, Blessed Troops get +2. That's useless to us. Throne of Flames, the following effects, Blessed Troops get fire resistance +5. It produces 2 per turn. Okay. However, I would like to... Okay, he's not a death mage, so I don't really need to worry about him, and we have no one to attack with at the moment. So, next turn, I guess. There's a battle on High Peaks. Let's take a look at it. See. I'd like to show grid. Let's turn the battle on. Yeah, okay. They're throwing arrows at us. We're throwing arrows back at them. They're advancing. I am just casting a bunch of Sermons of Courage. They're casting a Vine Arrow. Let's look at it go. Hit that man, damn it. Their archers are doing work on us. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's actually probably the best use of javelins, is just as a closing tactic for your melee troop. So it looks like we may win this one, unless Sermon of Courage is not enough. Sermon of Courage is actually really useful, and it's probably the main proponent for things like... See? Just a minute. Lion Tribe Archer from the High Peaks. I don't want him, I want him. Karume, the Lion Tribe Witch Doctor. He has travel. Witch Doctor is a Lion Tribe skilled in nature magic and occasionally in other magic as well. That may be the way in which we get our capo. These archers are a fucking nuisance. Okay, they actually managed to get us routed, which is nice. We lost 10 bandits, that's fine. We lost a bunch of Lion Tribe people though. Okay, so recruit units. Lion Tribe Witch Doctor is going to require a lab. Bakemono Chief. Actually, may not be a bad idea because he has a leadership of 40. And he's cheap as fuck. For that, oh, she's actually got decent magic. So, no, not alchemy. Forge magical item. Kinda tempted. Army setup. And yes, I am going to be moving up these demon generals. These Hanyas are kind of too valuable to really use for things like just running around with demons. Set the battle order. I would like you to attack the, or well, no, I would like you to hold and attack the closest enemy. So they'll hold for 2 turns in a line formation. As for you, I would like you to cast specific spells. Well, no, you're fine. You're fine as you are, really. And that seems about good. Hanya, however, cast a specific spell. Fireflies, protection from fire, animate dead. New skeleton, animate dead. Poison resistance, healing touch. Healing touch is decent, but again, it's a touch spell. So stay behind troops. I will eventually get her own troops. Conjuration is almost done. It has 12. Well, I could do a thing. Here, research. We're going to research for a little bit since we don't really have a use for you yet. And there we go. I could increase evocation for additional like attack spells, but we have archers, so I don't really need to worry about that so much. And you do need at least token defenses in areas. Recruit units, they're already recruiting. Yeah, okay. Can't do that. 1, 2, 3. well, no. I'll just do that. That's fine. And let's see. Yeah, I have been noticing that the undead require a lot of research, because currently these reanimate dead spells are kind of bad. Reviving the king is not a bad idea. However, this is about where you start to do well, because raise skeletons. Necromancer enchants the bones of a handful of warriors, giving them false life. Skeletons will fall apart if left on the battlefield without undead leadership. It costs a lot of fatigue, but number of effects, it gives you 3 skeletons per cast versus 3 casts of animate skeletons. It would cost more fatigue to do that. And then great. And then you have summoning even more mages. And then you have these. He's dead. 10 plus. Necromancer enemies. This is when you start getting really good. And you get 2 for every extra level in death magic you have above. Let's see. Above 2. And our god can even get a behemoth, which is an undead elephant. It's really good. And I don't know what Twiceborn are. Oh, this allows people to become white mages whenever they die. It's not a bad idea to always have. Horde of skeletons, 6 plus 1 for every extra level a caster is. Spawns of undead and calls for the horde of long dead warriors. Really don't understand how that is supposed to be better than, or is it a ritual? No, it's not. Is this a ritual? No, it's not. Huh. Strange. And then Pale Riders. Yeah, just... you start getting really good things down that tree. Whereas Conjuration is mostly for the national units, mixed in with some undead here and there, namely Black Servants, Black Servants, Spirit Curse. Spirit Curse is not bad. There's also Shades. And Dark Knowledge. Dark Knowledge allows us to find death sites. There's also Revive Whites and Revive Banes. Banes are really powerful. So let's see. How's this place like militias, heavy infantries, and archers? I want this place scouted out, really. Suddenly, Master, the Ghost General, appeared at the gates of your palisade and wants to fight for your cause. Hooray! Conjuration is complete. That allows us to get Kappas, Spirit Curse, and Black Servant. However, I believe focusing in on this would be more advantageous. And I would like to go to Commander. Say level 2 Commander. He is undead. So I don't think, or well, he can heal actually, because it doesn't state that he cannot heal. Dead creatures can be banished by priests. That's unfortunate, but it can happen. Undeads do not require any supplies and are not affected by disease or old age. Undead units can only be commanded by undead commanders or mages skilled in death or blood magic. All undead have perfect dark vision. He can research, which is probably the thing that we're going to be using him for, but he has ridiculously good leadership. Like 120 for normal units, 180 for undead, and he has squad morale bonus of +2 for 4 squads. He's really good. He is just a straight up bonus to the Demon General, really. It's called Resistant. He has Natural Fear. He's just really good, is what he is. Rikako, rather. And Masumi is going to research, and you are also going to research. And what that allows us to do is that allows us to be able to blast the shit out of enchantment research to the point where we can start getting in on things like alteration and evocation. because I would like to start getting the more powerful undead in the enchantment tree, but I also really want... I put this skeletal body is kind of useless. Hand of Death. Becomes deadly and destroys anything it touches. The power of the hand is strong enough to kill giants. The Hand. If anyone here has watched JoJo's, which you should have, if you haven't, go watch it. That's basically the Hand. Or the Hand. Does 40 damage plus 5 for every extra level the caster is. Our demon general will suddenly be able to slap people to death. Just, be gone, slut! And they're gone. It's just amazing. Granted, it does require them to be level 2. Is that enchantment? No, it's not. I think it's alteration. Yeah. Just lovely. It's just lovely. Evocation doesn't really fit very well with death mages. It fits better with elemental mages and astral. Thaumaturgy does have some death stuff though. Let's test a test. Mage toys, undead, that's anti-undead. Terror. Control the dead, Legion Darkness. But end of culture. All Oni on the battlefield shed their last traces of civilization and enter a state of frenzied battle rage. That's okay. So it's basically just all of the Oni are now berserk. Have fun. Good lord. That's just a dick move. That's what that is. However, if evocation is not really going to be needed for us, then alteration is probably what I'm going to start looking into. We need 56. So, right about there. Because alteration is also buff spells, and Masator is capable of just slapping people to death, and that fact, I am highly amused by this fact. Oh, it probably shouldn't be, but I am. What happened to all of our gold? Create units. Hanya no longer needs to be recruited, however I would like... Do I want an Oni general? I kind of do. Kind of do, but I also kind of don't. Alternatively, could start looking at the sorcerer. The reason I'm reluctant to go with that is because they're 66. They're very likely to die. And they're not very good outside of research. The only real way I could possibly warrant them being decent at research is because if they get air magic, and they can start making owl feathers for people, which would vastly improve our research, and since we supposedly have really bad research, that's not bad. I could continue with the Hanyas, and I do kind of want to, or I could start going with the Dione. Issue with the Dione is that they're going to start eating resources, like really hardcore, and it's going to suck. It's either her or Demon General, and the Demon General is the cheaper option. It also allows me to get more bandits for our army. Okay, Shiro's in town. Doot. And doot. I'm gonna start moving out Kyosuke with Shiro. Okay, so I would like you to cast Hand of Dust. Oh. Wait, where's the cool one? Or do we need alteration for that? Because I could totally use Snuggly to just start assassinating commanders. Let's see. Yeah. Hand of Death. Yeah, damn it. Okay, so we're very close to Snuggly being able to actually just insta-give people. I'm kind of worried about this barbarian camp. That being said, Kyosuke and Shiro, I'd like you to move out, and then I need to take a look at research since we dropped it a little. There we go. Not as much going into ulceration, but it's fine. Okay, and our scout here has found Deer Tribe warriors and Deer Tribe archers. That's not bad. I kind of want to know what's in that throne, so I might just have him... Let's see, Shift W, is it? Yeah, hide and wait. And this has been Rabbit. This has been the opening turns to Yomi. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.